So today we're diving into why right now is the absolute best time to snag yourself a refreshed 2025 Tesla Model Y. And we'll be talking about unconsidered upgrades and FSD deals and more juicy points that other YouTubers may not have convinced you of just yet. So enough of the intro. Why should you consider hitting that order button? I've broken it down into 5 killer reasons, sprinkled with a bit of Adam uninformed wisdom. Therefore, I'd really appreciate it if you could just hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Let's get into it. First off, let's ease into the biggest talking points by talking about the bottom line first. The 2025 Tesla Model Y, for which is actually technically the 2026 Tesla Model Y, but that just confuses everybody, as does the codenamed Juniper Model Y. It was never officially called that. Anyhow, that's off point. The refreshed Tesla Model Y was first introduced with the limited edition launch edition trim. Now, this has, it's in the past now, it was packed with all sorts of goodies and limited edition extras. And the reason why that is relevant is because that, ladies and gentlemen, came at a premium price. Not only with a higher price tag, but crucially for most buyers, the lack of direct finance deals. And thankfully for you, we now have the rear-wheel drive, the long-range rear-wheel drive, and the long-range all-wheel drive Tesla Model Y, for which opens up the order book to way more buyers, especially that rear-wheel drive Tesla Model Y being the entry model for most markets. And I do apologise to those over the pond, as that will be the long-range rear-wheel drive for you. Now, if you're wondering where I'm going with this, I can now get to the point. We didn't know how long the period to buy the exclusive launch edition would run for, but in particular how quickly the cheaper variants would be introduced. Crucially thereafter, what no one ever mentions is when the attractive direct finance deals hit. And the truth is 90% of new personal car purchases do use some form of finance, that usually being PCP finance here in the UK. The PCP rates were 8 to 9% to start with the launch edition. Yeah, yikes. But this has just hit 2.9% APR, and the monthly repayments are actually advertised even lower than what the legacy Model Y was. Now, I'm no financial expert, but I recall attractive finance deals have hit at least the UK shores a lot earlier than they did with, say, the Tesla Model 3, for which is totally unknown for how long that these low rates will last. The hands-on reviews are already singing the Tesla Model Y's praise, so if demand is high, we will see these rates incrementally increase maybe. Back when I bought my Tesla Model 3 in 2020, rates were pretty much a flat rate, 4.8% I believe, and it didn't change for years. Now, I'm not saying it's destined to rise again, but the truth is nobody truly knows what will happen, up or down. Is 2.9% APR and £399 a month a good deal already? Now, that is going to be a question that you need to answer in terms of these time-limited deals. Moving on to my second point, if you've had a 2021 or 2022 Tesla on finance for 3 to 4 years already, or any other car for that matter, maybe you're naturally coming to the end of your lease or finance term, so this point is going to be highly relevant for you. You may have already started that thought process of, is it even worth picking up a new Tesla EV? The choice of EVs has definitely increased since then, but more importantly, the quality of the competitors' choice is a whole lot better in 2025, and I'm just referring to EVs here. That's a really good thing for us consumers, and for Tesla, I also see that as a good thing, because if it still wants to be a market leader, it has to be better than the competition. Now, Tesla already has one of the best brand loyalty rates in the industry, so why would you even consider a new Tesla Model Y, especially with the competition getting so much better? If we look at the exterior first, the first thing you're going to see is the design cues taken from its futuristic brother, being the Cybertruck-inspired full-width light bar that just screams futuristic design. The headlights are actually lower and sharper, but practicality-wise, it has adaptive headlights for both EU and US markets. So that means you won't be blinding any of the drivers. Better than it's ever been, you could say. The rear gets a clever indirect reflective light bar, and that's basically a glowing art piece. You could even say at night it has this weird kind of afterburn effect at night, and that definitely leaves a mark on the road for others to see. Looks good to me, but unconventionally, is this a safety tool or is it just sweet aesthetics? Again, you'll be the judge of that. Just firing pure facts now, The redesigned boost aerodynamics squeezes out an extra 10% more range than before on at least the rear-wheel drive trim, and we're talking at least 311 WLTP miles, or for a few grand more, bump it up to a petrol-like SUV-like range of 383 miles WLTP, I think it is. If you had a Model Y from 2021 or 2022, you know that that's going to translate into fewer charging stops on your road trips, and if your new Pride and Joy does sadly get rear-ended at slow speed, or maybe your spouse doesn't see lampposts while reversing into spaces, I'm guessing that could happen to some of you guys, and that new bumper design that protrudes out even more than ever is going to be a winner for you, as it does likely mean that lower repair costs do come as a result of the revised design. So straight up, you get more range, better finance deals potentially, and lower potential repair costs. But I've not even got onto the interior and the tech upgrades yet, which you do need to know, and boy, you're in for a treat. That treat starts from within the interior, and it will feel like a next level upgrade, especially with a 21 to 22 Tesla. Step inside and it's like Tesla literally heard every complaint from its critics and said, hold my coffee. The materials, let's upgrade with new soft leather-like textiles and the aluminium accents on the all-wheel drive trims. So a more premium take? Yeah, they completed it. The seats, heated and ventilated fronts, just like the Tesla Model 3. Oh, and the rear passengers, they're going to get the 8-inch touchscreen for Netflix, games, or climate control for the kids to enjoy. Plus, Tesla's doubled down on refinements, so talking about acoustic glass and extra sound deadening materials to reduce road noise by 22% and wind noise by 20%, plus, of course, the Tesla sound system to fill that sound void. And pardon the pun, by cutting through the noise of the specs, the interior there is just to enjoy the experience more than ever before. And over the years, Tesla had made refinements to the experience of the legacy Model Y, but now they'll have gone all out to make it better than ever, and will be a clear upgrade from those earlier Tesla models. An unexpected winner for the new Model Y is that you still don't have to sacrifice your turning signal or indicator, as we'd say here in the UK. So it won't feel strange or odd unless you're coming from a refreshed Tesla Model 3, for which you may then enjoy the old blast from the past again, your old trusty stalk. But if you're driving both, you'll surely be in a pretty niche position of using the steering wheel indicators and the stalk, and I feel myself that's probably not good for the old muscle memory that if you're juggling between both models. Reason number 4, does it stay ahead of the curve when it comes to charging? The competition is definitely getting better at rapid charging, and I'd agree there are definitely models out there now that charge as fast, if not faster, than a Tesla. But there's 2 major reasons why that may not even matter. The first being that full and complete access to the Tesla supercharging network is probably the biggest and best perk about owning a Tesla. It has like 99% uptime, and the V3 and V4 units will do 250 kilowatts, being the max peak speed of the long range variants. The ease, the reliability, the speed is just all unrivaled. The second is the V4 cabinets at the V4 superchargers are being upgraded to accept speeds of up to 500 kilowatts. It is unlikely that the Model Y has the hardware capable of accepting that max speed, but maybe a very small boost could be on the cards from a software update. But even if that's not possible, there's always the case that the charging curve of the new Tesla Model Y could get better over time, which means a better charging experience over a period of time on the very best and widely available supercharger network. The final reason looks to be the real FSD deal. In Tesla's most recent earnings call, Elon Musk had announced that the first FSD unsupervised rides will be first available in the refreshed Tesla Model Y in just a couple months' time. It's not to say that the legacy Tesla Model Y would not be capable. There has been no such announcement as of yet, particularly for those with hardware 4 capable Tesla Model Ys like mine. But the refreshed Tesla Model Y will be the forefront prototype of how FSD unsupervised and robotaxis will function in Texas. And this is going to be a strong mark of confidence that the refreshed Tesla Model Y will offer the best FSD performance compared to other Tesla vehicles available today. And I guess that we can expect the robotaxi to eventually surpass that. And I mean the Cybercab when I say robotaxi. But being a personal vehicle first, a Tesla Model Y being the most technical capable is pretty convincing to me, at least. Will that then mean that the price of FSD will change as a result of its stronger performance? In 2025, we know the prices as a whole aren't static, so I think anything could happen, and Tesla did used to actually increase the price with increased capability. With unsupervised becoming a thing on personal vehicles at some point maybe later in the year, that could well be something to consider. So to conclude, in no particular order, time limited deals are still in play. Strong improvements over the previous iteration, particularly for those that are upgrading from earlier Tesla models. We have the latest and greatest FSD hardware, top tier safety ratings as standard, more comfort, more convenience, more range, more speed, just a better experience and a better package than ever before. Which brings us to the question of why now? Because the 2025 Tesla Model Y isn't just a car. With its FSD capable hardware, if Tesla and Elon Musk's vision does play out, and you believe it, you probably have the smartest car available ever. If you don't believe that, you already have one of the best driver assistance packages available ever, and combined with all the other greatness, the icing on top of the cake of car ownership. But how long will the time limited deals last? This is the question that everyone wants to know. So what do you guys actually think about the new refreshed Tesla Model Y? Is it the best time to buy, or is it worth waiting? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out the links in the video description, like and subscribe if you haven't already. You folks have been great, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.